Hey guys, welcome back. Gonna do another book review thing today, just because I'm not feeling up to playing a game yet. Feeling better than I was, but still not up to playing games yet. So, I can't actually show you a hardcover copy of this book or a paperback cover copy because this is one of the few books that I left at home because I couldn't find the dust jacket for. I know I'm stupid, I should have brought it anyways. But, what can you do? Anyways, I have the next book in the series. It's called Visions. It's a good series. Again, it's Kelley Armstrong, but this series differs from what she usually writes. It's not vampires, werewolves, kind of supernatural, but at the same time, it is supernatural. So it's weird, but it's still a good series. It's just not typically what she'd normally write, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. I'm gonna try and not spaz out and go all fangirl on this book and in this episode, but it is a really good series. So like the little excerpt on the screen says, 24-year-old Olivia Taylor-Jones has a perfect life. The only daughter of a wealthy, prominent Chicago family, she has an Ivy League education, pursues volunteerism and philanthropy, and is engaged to a handsome young tech firm CEO with political ambitions. But Olivia's world is shattered when she learns that she's adopted. Her real parents, Todd and Pamela Larson, notorious serial killers serving a life sentence. When the news brings up a maelstrom of unwanted publicity to her adopted family and fiancé, Olivia decides to find out the truth about the Larsons. Olivia ends up in the small town of Canesville, Illinois, an old and cloistered community that takes a particular interest in both Olivia and her efforts to uncover her birth parents' past. Aided by her mother's former lawyer, Gabrielle Walsh, Olivia focuses on the Larsons' last crime, the one her birth mother swears will prove their innocence. But as she and Gabriel start investigating the case, Olivia finds herself drawing on abilities that have remained hidden since her childhood, gifts that make her both a valuable addition to Canesville and deeply vulnerable to unknown enemies, because there are darker secrets behind her new home and powers lurking in the shadows that have their own plans for her. So, it's kind of a mystery supernatural novel because Olivia is trying to find out the truth uh, as to whether or not her birth parents are murderers or not, or murders. Yes, they're a murder of crows. My brain's still a little foggy from painkillers, guys. I'm sorry. But this book is really interesting because it brings out things that you wouldn't normally see in a novel, or at least that I haven't normally seen in a supernatural novel. Things like Omens, like the title, Omens. This is going to be a spoiler, so I'm sorry, guys. Just because it doesn't say this in the excerpt, but the title sort of gives it away. Olivia basically sees omens, so she sees like 7 crows. I'm just pulling this out of my head, guys. She sees 7 crows on a telephone line or somewhere or something like that. A little rhyme will play in her head, like a nursery rhyme, and it's superstitious. So basically, she's superstitious, kind of. She sees omens, and they kind of tell her shit's going down, shit's gonna get better. Sorry about the cats playing in the background, guys. Eric's not here to wrangle them into submission. But so it's really interesting, and I don't want to spoil it more, but the rest of the books kind of bring out these different aspects of more supernatural things, but that aren't mainstream, that aren't vampires, werewolves, things like that. If I remember correctly, I believe one of the main, well, not main characters, but one of the characters is a shapeshifter. I'm not going to say which one because I don't really remember. I have an idea, but I don't want to spoil it because you all would hate me if I spoiled that for you guys as you were reading it. Like if you stumbled across this while you were reading it or something like that. I know that you would hate me, because I would hate myself or anybody that decided to spoil a novel for me. So I'm gonna leave the spoilers at the fact that she sees omens and can read omens. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say about that one, because I don't want to ruin it for you guys. Trust me, I really don't. Really good. She's got 2 other books in this series, Visions and Deceptions. Both are really good. I've read all 3 of them. The only hard copy I have of the only physical copy I have of any of the 3 books is Visions, but I do have them all as a digital copy. And no, I do not pirate my books. I do not download them or torrent them or get somebody else to do that, because I am a firm believer in getting paid for the work that you've done. And I really enjoy Kelley Armstrong's work and her novels, so of course I'm going to support her by actually purchasing her books. So last video, when I was talking about books, I mentioned that I have the entire Otherworld series, so 13 novels, as well as physical copy as well as a digital copy. So yes, I paid for each copy of those books. Yes, it was expensive. Thankfully, I get ebook gift cards for Christmas and my birthday, because that's my family knows my obsession with novels, and they figure that if I can buy it digitally, it will take up less space. Uh, Unfortunately, it still takes up space on my phone, but that's what an e-reader's for. I have an e-reader. I never use it because I have apps on my phone for that. It just makes it so much easier. But I'm rambling, and I'm going off topic. But that's okay, because painkillers are fun. Uh, Somebody mentioned to me, a friend of mine actually mentioned to me after watching my video, we were talking about books, of course, and she was telling me all these books that I should read and blah 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 blah, and how she wasn't interested in any of the books that I have, aside from the fact that I have 2, call me a nerd all you want, 2 copies of the Harry Potter novels. No, not just like the first book and the second book and that's it. No, I have 2 full sets of the Harry Potter novels. Yeah, I'm a nerd. One of them is for class, though. I am taking a Harry Potter class this semester, which is extremely awesome. I don't know how to explain it, but it is extremely awesome. Which brings me to one thing. I want to just completely fangirl out about this, because I got to do it in class. It was mentioned in class this past week. One of the few classes that I made it to, but it was mentioned in class this week. The city that I live in, and yes, I know I'm trying to be discreet about where I live, just because I'm nervous about somebody finding me and stalking me and being extremely creepy. So I'm sorry about that. But the city that I live in, it does a fan expo every year, and they bring in guests. So this year, fangirling, they are bringing in the Phelps twins, the same Phelps twins that played Fred and George Weasley in the Harry Potter movies. Yes, I know, it is totally awesome. Haha, wonderful. I'm really excited. I'm probably not going to be able to go, but I'm still really excited. And I know my prof for the Harry Potter class is extremely excited. She was making jokes about going to the fan expo and getting her picture taken with them, and them thinking she's like this crazy old lady that's obsessed with Harry Potter, which she is. But to be fair, she does teach all the author study classes. So she teaches the J.K. Rowling class, which Harry Potter. She teaches the Tolkien class, so Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. She teaches George R. R. Martin, so and I'm blanking on the titles of his novels, but Game of Thrones, essentially, those novels. And so she's really excited about all that. It's kind of funny. She's getting up there in age, but she's still a child, I think, at heart when it comes to fantasy novels, really good fantasy novels. Anyways, so I'm gonna try and get back to the book because I kind of got distracted a little bit. I really don't know what else to say about this without giving spoilers, and I really don't want to give away spoilers. I did give one, and I don't want to give more. Let's just say the people in that town are really weird. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, if you read this, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? But at the end, it's gonna all make sense. It really is. And for the life of me, I can't remember if Deceptions is the third and final book in this series, or if she was intending on making fourth or fifth book. So I just looked it up, guys. As you can see, it's on the screen. They are coming out with a fourth book. Good news for me, it comes out this year. I'm I'm a super book nerd. I'm so sorry, but yeah. So there's not much. There's no details on it, so it's not gonna give you the excerpt from the back cover or anything like that. It's just the possible cover for it. The title, Betrayals. Shit's gonna go down, I'm guessing, in this book. I'm not sure if there's gonna be a fifth one. I'm assuming not, just because. Maybe. Let's click. Oh, okay. So I haven't read this top one. I love Goodreads. It is a wonderful, 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 wonderful website. I haven't read The Screams of Dragons. Don't ask me why. I just haven't. Oh, I know why. Because it's kind of an anthology of different authors' works, and I want one author, not several, because I'm lame. I do have the short story of Gabriel's Gargoyles. I haven't yet read it. I'm sorry. So then there's Omens, Visions, Deceptions. I have. Gifted, I do not believe is a. Yeah, Gifted isn't part of the Canesville series. It contains two short stories. One's a Otherworld story, and one is a Canesville short story, the Gabriel's Gargoyles. So I haven't read them yet. But and then there's Betrayals, which is coming out this year. Tentative August date. I hope it's August. Might even be sooner. I'd be okay if it was sooner. And then there's Untitled. So obviously they are making a fifth book. Chances are that'll be the fifth and last book, because usually from what I understand of publishing, they will accept your first book, and then if it's supposed to be a series, they'll be like, okay, how many books are you planning on doing, things like that, and then they'll actually give you a contract for X amount of books. So usually if there's more, if the series is supposed to be like 8 books, they'll actually have all 8 books listed. Some of them won't have titles, which is fine. But I really have to stop talking about this book, otherwise I will give away spoilers, and I really don't want to do that, because it is a really good book, even though it deviates from her typical. It doesn't deviate from her typical writing style. It deviates from her typical writing topics, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me attempt to rein in my fangirling over books. Pepe's playing with a toy in the background, guys. I'm sorry. I can't reach him to tell him to stop. we have a mouse hanging in the doorway, and he's obsessed with it. But so, leave a like if you enjoyed watching me rein in my excitement about this book, and leave a comment. Let me know if you like what you see. Let me know if you want me to read different authors, because please, I may seem like I have a lot of books, but trust me, it's not enough. I need more. So please give me ideas on what to read next. I promise reading books will not interfere with YouTube duties, because unless it's a really, really, really good book, I'm going to be able to put it down. And if it is a really good book, I'm probably going to read it in like one sitting. Max, it would take me 2 days. So let me know in the comments if you want me to read a certain author, review a certain book. Yeah, just general. And subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.